Okay, so this is going to be part 2 of the video. For those of you who watched my last video, you listened to me ramble on and on and on about my love for planners and paper and etc. So thankfully, or thanks to those of you who stay tuned for part 2. This is kind of the fun part of the video. I think this is a little bit of a haul video. I ordered some stuff from Prima. On the, gosh, what website was it? I can't think of the website that I ordered this stuff from, but I will put a link below once it comes to me. But I wanted to get it out there and show you. And I know lots of people have probably already shown you this stuff before, but I have been wanting most of this stuff for a long time since it came out, and so I just got my hands on it, and I am so inspired to create with it and see how they work, etc. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, I got all 6 sets of the Prima watercolor pencils. I know these came out probably over the winter, like last winter, I think. Maybe CHA, I'm not sure, but I have been drooling over them since they came out. And I have watched a few reviews, and I do know that there are some doubles in the sets, and here's why I don't care. I know these sets are like $13 or $12.99 for a set of 12, and that's really cool. And they come in these cool little tins, and here's the watercolor pencils. And people who have said that there's some doubles in the sets, yes, I understand that's a little bit frustrating, but here's why I don't care. And here's my plan for these. I have been doing a lot of travel art journaling lately, and to where I will go like to the park, or I will go to somewhere to sit and sketch and draw and whatever. And so one reason why I wanted these is because, say I wanted to do the Scenic Route, and I know that I'm going to be coloring lots of blues and greens. Well, this set right here, the Scenic Route set, has lots of Scenic Route colors. And so my plan for these are to just take one set of these, put it in my travel art journal bag, and then I'm good to go with some of my watercolor pencils. There is no way that I want to take 6 sets of pencils out in my travel bag while I'm trying to art journal. If I don't have it in the set of 12, then most of the time in my travel art bag, I have watercolors themselves. And so I can mix a set, I can mix a specific color if I want it. And so that's why the doubles in whatever ones they have, I literally just opened these and I haven't even got to use them yet. So that's why I do not care if there are a few matches in these sets, and I'm hoping that if the colored pen or the watercolor pencils that are doubles, maybe it's ones that I will use a lot. So there's my reasoning on that, and why I do not care if there are doubles in some of these sets. I just really wanted them, and so I had to have all 6 sets. And so I will briefly show you what they look like, and then I will do my own demo video and my opinion of them in another video. And so this set is the Earth Tone set, which is, I thought this would kind of go along with, and this is lots of browns, tans, blacks, grays. And so I thought that the Earth Tone set would go really well with the Hair and Skin Tones watercolor pencil set by Julie Nutting, which I love the Julie Nutting dolls, and I love to color them in. And so these go really well together. So if I know that I'm going to be out and about and I'm going to be sketching people or coloring in some of the Julie Nutting dolls or whatever, then obviously I would take these 2 sets. And I like that, I don't know whether you can see, I kind of have this box nestled in the lid of this box. And so this box, or this lid, could be your palette when you're working on whatever it is that you're coloring. And so there is the hair and skin tone set from Julie Nutting, which I absolutely love, and the earth tone set. I also got the Scenic set, the Scenic Route set, which has aquas, greens, some deeper yellows, and also some skin tone colors, which again, it could be that these match some of these colors or some of these pencils, and I really don't care. Again, my plan is to just take one box of these out with me and then use what I have. I'm so for people using the supplies that they have and then getting creative when you don't have, like say I need a certain color and I don't have it, but I have paint. Well, I don't want to be limited to the supplies that I have on hand. And so if I have watercolor pencils in some things and paint in another thing, then I'm going to use both of them together. And then, in my opinion, using multiple mediums together is just as beautiful. And so that's kind of my thought about that. This is the soft neutral set from the Watercolor Pencils, and then again lots of light skin tones, some browns and a gray, and so this pairs really well with the skin tone set as well. And once I get myself organized, and I will do some swatches of these, I'll do a review video of these. So if you're interested in something like that, stay tuned because that will be coming your way. This one is probably, these last two are probably the two that I'm most excited about just because I love bright colors. And so this is the spring and fall set. I almost wish, since they put spring and fall, you know, I almost wish they would have made a set that was the other two seasons because to me that just makes sense. I don't know why they wouldn't do the other two seasons. But Prima, if you're watching this, I think that would be a good idea for next year since you have released these wonderful watercolor pencils. In addition to the watercolor pencils that I think would be cool is a set of the other two seasons. Especially like a winter set, like you could have lots of cool grays and blues and even some like deep purples for a really, really pretty winter sky. So that would be cool if they made that. So this is the spring and fall set, and it's really got like, it really is more of a spring and fall colors. Like this just reminds me of the colors of Mums, and they have like a Christmas tree green and brown and a dark blue. So this is kind of a cool mixture of colors, so I'm excited to see those swatched out. And then the other set that I got is the basic set, which has like a light yellow, lime green, dark green, couple shades of blue, reds, oranges, brown, black. And so if you don't want to buy all 6 of these, I would probably suggest the basics because that gives you a little taste of every color. And then probably a complimentary set, I would probably suggest the spring and fall. But if you're like me and you have been drooling over these for a while, then go ahead and get all 6 just because you can. And so there are those. And then this is kind of a newer product that I'm excited to try. I love watercolor crayons and using them on stamps and all of the things that you can do with those. And so I was excited to see when Prima came out with, these are water soluble oil pastels, and the box is just really cool. What I wish they would have done, because if you're a travel art journaler or artist, or you like to take things and have crops, or you like to craft with your friends, then you are used to toting up your stuff and lugging it with you. And that was another reason why I loved these, because they are in a tin, which I think the tins protect your supplies a little bit better than just a cardboard box, which, don't get me wrong, this box is beautiful and I absolutely love everything about this box. I wish they would have put this in a tin. I'm not quite sure why they didn't. I don't know. I don't know the reason, but my view on that is it's a nice box. It's very colorful. I love the color. I know how much I travel with my supplies, and I know that boxes get beat up. And I mean, even tins get beat up, but they just tend to stay together a little bit better than boxes do. And so that would be a suggestion of mine. Maybe for the marketing team there. I don't know. But these are a set of 24 colors. And it's a lot of the... They give you a great range of colors with just the set of 24, which I'm really impressed by. And then again, since this is just a haul video, I will do a separate video that shows you like just the consistency and the colors and the brightness of the colors, etc., and how they react with water, how they do with stamping, etc. So that will be a separate video, so stay tuned for that one as well. And so yeah, I'm impressed with the color range that they have in here. But one thing that I would like for them to have, since these are water soluble, it would be really cool if, again, if these were in a tin, because if you take these on the go, then if you're using these with water, something that you could do if they were in a tin is like take a crayon, scribble it on the lid, use a water brush or whatever, and the lid is once again your palette. But because they've put these in a cardboard box, they don't really give you that option. So just a few notes that I have regarding these water soluble pastels. But again, I will do a review on my opinions of these to see if I like them or not. And then my last two things are kind of what I want to use. I want to use the water-soluble oil pastels, and I want to use those pencils together on my Julie Nutting dolls and create a scene. I bought one of the Julie Nutting Altar doll houses, and it's wood. You can kind of see on the back that they have it set up as a... You can create a scene, you can create a collage, you can create... I mean, the options are endless with this, but I love the Julie Nutting dolls, and so I love that this top, or this left-hand side of this, is big enough to fit one of her dolls on there. And then you can make this a wardrobe, you can make this... kind of what I want to make it into is a Christmas house. And so all of my things in here are going to be... I'm going to put, dress the dolls and Christmas stuff, and then have like presents and a Christmas tree, and maybe make those a couple windows, etc. So stay tuned for that as well. That's just one idea that I have. I did buy a few of these because if you watched my last video, you know that we just moved. And so one of my craft area that I have, I want to decorate in everything that I make. So my collages and my artwork and paintings and stuff, that's what I want to decorate with. Just the feeling of knowing that I was inspired to create that, and then looking at it while I'm creating something else is also inspiration to me. So that's the Julie Nutting Altar doll house. So stay tuned for that video if that's something that you're interested in. And then I am probably most excited about these. I found it's the Julie Nutting mini wood or mini doll wood embellishments, and there's 30 of them, and this is a glass jar. So I'm excited about how cute this jar is and being able to use it when I'm finished with these dolls. But what I think is so cool are these dolls are made for like gift tags, and so I think they would be cool, like hooked to gifts. And they are probably maybe 2 inches tall, and that's just an approximate estimate. It doesn't really say how tall they are, but they are pretty tiny. I mean, you can see I'll put one on my hand. But they are 30 of her dolls in wood form. And then it gives you the little eyelet at the top, and so you could hook those on to gift tags. You could color these in, and I'm excited to color these in with my pencils and my oil pastels. I'm going to see if I could shape, if I can cut these, if I can cut this eyelet off the top and maybe use that as a decoration in my wood, my Julie Nutting house, because these are perfect size for these little windows. And so I think it'd be cool to have a little scene in there. So I'm going to try that and see if it works. So I'm super excited to color these and to use these on tags and use them on gifts. And then obviously have the cute little glass jar with the wooden lid once I'm finished. So that's my little haul video that I have for you guys. So I'm super excited to get started back into crafting and creating, and I have tons of ideas, tons of inspiration rolling around in my head that I cannot wait to get started. So stay tuned for those of you who are interested in that type of thing. If you liked this video or the previous video, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to hit the subscribe button at the bottom, and then I will try to link to all of the products that I showed you here today. I'll try to link to where you guys can go find those yourselves. And then, yeah, I think that's all I have for you today. So I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.